No challenge, no rotate. Is that fun? It just means as soon as you cut rotate, you just up the RNG chance to lose all your people. Is that something I want to increase? Is that a fun and engaging challenge run? It's like you could do a no armor challenge run, sure. It just seems so. Overwhelm affected by adrenaline. Oh, overwhelm only works if you go first, and adrenaline makes you go first. So I'm not sure what you mean by affected by. Yes. Oh, I like that. I like that hole right there. That's good. Cut rotate and I get a perk point. Sure. Cut fucking armor. Cut battle forge, you get a perk point. Cut battle forge and nimble. Perk point. You could cut Colossus and Nimble, that's 2 perk points, and Battle Forge and Brawny, that's 2 perk points. The wagon wheel is giving him cover? 2 elevations down? That's gotta be a bug. Like your questions, Ratha, confuse me because they don't seem sensical together. Like, is there a world in which having a nimble whip duelist is a thing? We're just talking about a nimble whip duelist, a nimble whip hybrid. Are you talking about the front line? Nimble tends to be worse on the pure frontliners. We tried pure frontline nimble the last long playthrough, and what we found is it was kind of garbage. Didn't really provide enough protection. Well, what I think is that if you try no rotate, you find it isn't absolutely necessary. Jesus Christ, Andre, like, how many times do I have to say no before you drop it? Like, where do you think I started? Like, we played 10 seasons of this now. I probably have like 1,500 hours in this game. And I started already with no rotate because I'm like, rotate doesn't seem that good. It's really stamina intensive. And the conclusion I've come from all of my experience with this game is that rotate is absolutely necessary. That I would love to cut it, but it's a fucking core perk that absolutely required for realistic progression with the minimal amount of loss. Like you can be like, I think you'd find you don't like it. I've used it. I've tried it both ways. I'm telling you, I'm right now expressing my opinion on that. Like, I don't know how to say it anymore, clearly. Like, I would love to cut it. I would love to have all the perk points just be damage perk points. Why are we even talking about rotate? Because Andre brought it up and wants to talk about it. Whip backline feels like the way you're describing rotate. Every backliner needs to be a useful disarm chance or none should have it. What? I don't know if I follow that logic. You have to explain that a little bit more. Yeah, it's a super versatile perk, rotate, right? Like, exactly. It's useful in offense, it's useful in defense. It's just very solid. I don't know, like, I do sacrifice rotate on exactly one build, on the Axe Duelist build, which is a pure aggression build that requires Headhunter as well. That is the perk that gets cut, is rotate. and I always notice it. Like Solitaire and Solly in the last playthrough, the guy who was using the watermill sword, like that was the concession we made in that build as well, was cutting rotate. And I noticed it multiple times just in the couple days that we had that thing around, that build around, the failure to have rotate to save somebody. Like, it's so noticeable. Like, think how this game works. Your characters don't really have that much HP. The HP is defined, it's HP that is not, how to describe it. You have some HP on your guys. That HP is used up. There's no healers in the game. So once your HP is gone, your HP is gone. And your HP comes two flavors with armor and HP itself, right? And the fights are about you beating them before either of those resources runs out on a guy. The way you lose people is that one of those people loses that resource before you kill the damage that's threatening them. Rotate allows you to put into position somebody who has more of those resources remaining. It's the only heal spell in the game in reality, right? Like, is there anything else that heals? No. So what have we done? We've taken somebody's low, like a point that's gonna take damage on your team, and we've given it more armor. Footwork doesn't do that. Footwork is a pure defensive thing. It takes a person who's in danger and removes them from danger. Rotate says at some point we have to absorb damage on this location. We're gonna put someone in there. Can anyone else think of another perk that does that? And can anyone think of a, like, besides pure damage, is there anything more valuable? They're done, right? Okay. You think Battleforge is more valuable? I don't. I think Battleforge is good. It got a big fucking nerf. It's just like some positions are inherently more dangerous and you can't remove people from positions in this game. So like the corner positions in a fight are super dangerous. Any position where you have multiple enemies attacking you for multiple rounds and you can't bring damage to bear on those targets is super dangerous. There's a reason why you put shields on the corners and not all the way across your line. Or if you do put it, if you're going to put any shields on, you put them on the corner pieces, right? There's a reason why you put your highest defense guys in the corner, because they're the ones taking all the damage. You can't heal a brother once he's in there, and the only way to get a brother out of a dangerous situation is either to kill the things holding him there, have him risk the opportunity attacks to walk away, or rotate. There's nothing else. I mean, if that brother has stam, they can footwork out. But even if they footwork out, you still have those enemies that aren't there. They still have that position that needs to be held. I don't know. Like, I don't see it as a optional perk for anyone who's doing any serious frontline work. I mean, even something like if you're gonna cut between rotate and like underdog, for example, like maybe you can get away with underdog being removed. Like, I think that's the perk that goes before rotate still, because then it's like, all right, your guy is less melee defense, but you can at least choose his positioning some of the time. Indom actually sort of a pre-heal. Kinda. Alright, what do we have for this? This is the mega. These stats matter. Where are they going? There and there. Okay. This is gonna be brawny. Alright. Have we not completed this mission yet? No. Apparently it's a third group of raiders. Okay, did we take any damage in that fight? Barely. Everyone have sharp knives? I don't know. Like, for me, I do on one of my duelists, my axe duelist, where I have to have that last perk point, I cut it, but I always notice it. It's always so... It's such a shame when you lose brothers to the fact that no one can rotate them out. Such a preventable death. And it doesn't matter for like most of our frontline, like we can just, we don't really care if most of our frontline dies, if they die, whatever. But when the late game, when you spend so much time collecting those characters not to be able to protect them, just seems insane to me. And for what? Like, what is the point of assigning perks? The point of assigning perks is not the ultimate single target damage of your brother. The point of your perks is the cohesion of your team, the challenges you can take on with your team. How do you not build? I don't know. It just seems crazy. It seems crazy to me. Anyways, let's keep going with this. Where are we at? Another brigand fight, I guess. Oh, they're fighting. That's fine. You fight it. Anyone else? Head back to the town hall. Sure. All right. Oh, they didn't get rid of either of the debuffs, the rated or the unhold debuff, despite, you know, protecting them from rate. I see. All right. Still worth buying. Still better prices. I'm going to take this because we're low on that. I'm going to take the food because we're a little low too. What are they buying at? 16 is not very exciting. All right. Where are we headed next? We came over here for trade goods. I think we want to try scouting some of the western part of this world. We haven't seen it yet. We need some more brother rolls, but I don't know if we're going to do that. Let's go through Rostad to the Citadel again. Maybe we can do a sweep. All right, some fairy creatures or fey creatures stole our grain. Sure. When should a bro wield a mansplitter? Rarely. 2 hunters here. I would like a hybrid, but I don't really want to do a hunter hybrid. This is a trade caravan. To where? Kronenkug. 2 days to the west. I think that's where we're going. All the tracks. Just do that. We can use the money.
Praise the sun.
And like, again, like you're allowed to have your opinions. I'm not trying to shout down your opinion, but when you ask me repeatedly, you think I would like or not like, I know what I think. I know what I like and don't like, having tried it a billion fucking times. And as much as I hate the fact that I have to always pay a perk point for rotate, do you guys notice the build order too? Do you know why I build the order I do? Because it's the fastest way to gain survivability. Like, especially on the trash frontliners, it goes Colossus, gifted. This is survivability, survivability, survivability. And also the ability to save people in bad positions. And then recover so that I always can rotate and puncture. And then underdog because it's survivability. It's like, I'm already building like the most, not risk adverse, but the most consistent frontliners I know how to build. I won't sub with Twitch Prime, is just subscribed. Thank you for the sub. All right, let's take a look. Let's do this, follow these tracks mission. 8 thieves, sure. 10 raiders, 7 to 10 raiders, 8 raiders. It's fine. Okay. With the necro. I can back up. I want you to wield a mansplitter when you have an absurd amount of stamina and you don't have access to other two-handed weapons that are any good. So basically, when your need for DPS trumps your need for sustainability. So very early game, if you don't have other good DPS weapons, it can be a very nice pickup. Yeah, Andre, you're okay. It's just, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So there's this stupid necro running around still. He can't buff anything until someone's died, and I would like to kill him. Wonder if we just send these two off north to do it. Or maybe just like Sully. Just I don't want him to get intercepted. Just back up again. It's fine. Keep hitting the armor. That's don't care about. Oh yeah, okay. Haven't like lost one of these, right? Occasionally there's one that doesn't move with the other ones. So we have to make that decision about moving back right now. I think we're gonna stay right here. This is fine. Okay, I want them to ignore Solitaire for a round so we can go kill the Necro. Quite a lot of damage from that. Necro move forward, presumably because we moved back enough that he's out of range. I wouldn't mind farming this guy's gear. It's not super exciting, but it's okay. Value shots, sweet. Maybe should have whipped there. Would have been really nice to kill that before it attacked. Interesting that it considers it a weapon skill, so that he can't riposte with that. I don't know that we care that much about this guy's gear. I care more about the sword, I think. So stam intensive to whip. I don't know, can we really do no recover on a whip build? That's part of why I'm having that issue. Fucking hate new whip. Oh man. He's not cleaver spec yet, so. But both throwing axes, bows, and whips are all pretty stam intensive. Can't see a use for whips. Should think a little harder about it then. You don't think disarm has a use? Disarm is an extremely powerful ability. That's why they nerfed it. Maybe what you mean to say is you can't figure out a way to make whips playable, because the use is super clear what we're looking for. Can't figure out a way to fit whips into your group maybe, because it's pretty clear what I want the utility for. No matter whether or not we can do it or not is a thing. We might be able to handle that fight. I think it was a Geist fight, right? Good versus Unholds? Not really. Unholds have Resilient, so they do very little damage actually. You get 1 round of 20 damage of bleed. That's not very good. Guess we got another tier 3 flail out of that. I don't know if I think we're maybe done with flails though. See. Alright, let's go get paid. Can a crossbow guy use -1 helms? Yeah, of course he can. Yep. But he's not going to stay a crossbow guy. He's not currently spec'd for crossbows or anything. And it's still, I think, I guess I could use like a 105 helm on him. Sure. But in general, yes, crossbows can use that type of helm. I would love to get his trade good down at a purchasable cost. Rocket 19 sell price. I think that's good enough. We selling the adrenaline glands. Not close to. I mean, we're not that far from Necro Savants. We're not super close either. We're gonna get rid of the adrenaline glands. At 5 AP, if you miss the disarm, 99% you're wasting a turn. That's the whole point of having quick hands, throwing axes, and bows, because bows cost 4 AP, which means that you whip for 5 and then you switch to a weapon that does something. That's the entire reason why we're looking at that build again. Trying to figure out something that allows me to still take advantage of the whip without losing all other utility. So we're probably taking that caravan mission. Brings us to there. Do we want to try to bust this camp on the way out? Undead camp? I don't remember what was in it. Yeah, I'm trying to force the whip throw up brother hybrid to actually still work in goblin fights too, because it would be nice to have the utility of that. Out of 57. Let's go have a look. I mean, I guess we're going to commit to a Geist fight if we walk down there. I feel like Geists are not something we handle that well at the moment. We don't have a good banner, and I don't really want to level the banner that much. Our armor isn't so good. I mean, our armor's getting better, though. Who am I disarming in a goblin fight? I'm not disarming anyone in a goblin fight, although that's a fair question. But I don't also want like 6 hybrids in my groups. I'm trying to, because again, so one of the other considerations that doesn't get talked about a lot when you're building your team is what do you do with, you have 20 character slots, right? And you want to have a group that rotates adequately for every fight in the game. Archers are good versus raiders, and good versus goblins, okay versus unholds, okay versus linworms. Other than that, you don't really want archers, right? So you want to have 12 non-archer brothers who can fight for like orcs. Then you want to have the banner, that's 13. Then you want to have 6 archers for the goblin cities, which is 19. And then you actually have to realistically find and field these brothers. Is there anything else that requires specialty tools? Oh, you want the mega tanks. So you're probably, I mean, mega tanks cover some of the 12 that you can bring to orc fights. But basically the issue is my roster is only so big, I have to find these people. And if I can get hybrids to both be something I can bring to an orc fight and also brings to a goblin fight, then they're really, really valuable. So I don't know. We'll see. And we still have to crack the Chosen. Like, we don't have a solution to that yet. I know what we've done to fight them, and I can highlight what we've done and what we haven't done to fight them, but I don't think we have a pure solution to that yet. I think there's still a very, very big threat relative to what we're bringing. No, I don't need an increased reserve mod. I think I need to figure out builds that do those things. All right, where are we headed? We're gonna try this camp, I think. Any fallen heroes in that? No. It's fallen hero there though. Okay, so no necro is great. It's a lot of meat we have to kill, but that's fine. Don't have to bring our really good archers then. Can level some other people who want to be in here. You're a new archer, Sigtro. So you need leveling. These guys just hit 7, which is nimble, which is a really big cutoff point. It's a point of survivability. All right, Archer Central. Is this the right gear for killing zombies? Axe is good, swords are fine. Not great, but okay. Why is my most, yeah. How is the spiked mace versus zombies? Not that impressive, right? One-handed swords versus that. All right. Sure. Take high ground. Why am I not using shields? Mostly because I'm trying to get a rise from chat. Don't we have a shield command somewhere too? I think we do. Basically, you don't need to use shields on everybody. If you position correctly and understand what you're going into, you don't need shields on everybody. I think the only time I bring shields on everybody these days is versus goblins. You get more workable fatigue, more damage, and a little bit less survivability. You get to take advantage of rotate that way too. You get to have more damage because we can be safe in the locations that we're rotating from and to. Alright, zombies, I'm ready. I'm ready for my 10% fame chance. I'd like my first famed item, it'd be nice. Where's the fallen hero as promised? There's no fallen hero here. This said fallen hero on the outside of this fight. Dude, what the fuck? We're bandit poachers. Why the hell do I not actually get accurate information? I got you baited again. Ah, you fell in a pit, zombie. A lot of spear zombies here. How do I deal with bad RNG? Depends what the purpose of what we're doing is. Like when we're trying to experience the late game, I might re-roll on it. I might just force quit it. If we're just playing a campaign like this one and the last one, sometimes you just get bad RNG and you deal with it. Depends if there's something unique about the campaign that really makes me be like, I have to play this one, or if it's just like, am I trying to get the BattleBrothers experience? Part of the BattleBrothers experience is that. And also things like rotate help deal with bad RNG. I mean, that's the worst case scenario, right? You've got your mega tank on the corner. He has a 5% chance to be hit by the enemies, and he gets hit 3 times in a row and takes a really nasty wound from it. Well, what do you do? Well, if you're just playing the odds, he just dies there. If you have something that can get him out of that position, like rotate or whip or something that can prevent the damage, incoming damage, then you might be able to keep him alive. I remember a campaign not too long ago where I had like this incredible archer and he just got headshot to death, and he was like the best archer I'd ever seen. It's like a triple star, like 59 starting like hunter or something. And it was like fight number 2, headshot twice by a fucking bandit in the swamp or something. I don't know where my fallen hero was, but I'm annoyed about it. I mean, there's a lot of money in there. We went here for the loot. Yes, the speed mod is incredible. There's another one down here. Take that real quick. We're a little low on food. Few fallen heroes, it says. What do you think? We're gonna get lied to? 23% chance of a famed item here. Level ups as well. Nice, nice. This is the miner. This is the miner. Alright, this is gonna be a nimble build. Okay. And this is the mega, still leveling. Safely in the back. Just missed all of his rolls. That sucks. Okay. Sigtro leveled. Good. Alright, every other roll goes into range defense now. This is anticipation. What's our current ambition? Does anyone know? Destroy orc locations.
A gleaming endowment.
Let's try.
First Civ V, second Darkest, and now third BB. Thank you. Have you a free char for me?
Thank you very much, HH Steven. I'm glad you're enjoying the games that I love too. I'm glad you're finding engaging gaming content through my channel. I'm happy to add you to the list. Yes, we can find you a brother, I am sure. You're now added 28 raffle tickets towards a brother. And I can guarantee we will be having a lot more brothers this campaign because all of our front line sucks ass right now. Cheers for that. Alright, so there were no necros here, right? Right. These weapons are not particularly good at killing fallen heroes. The swords in particular are very bad versus that. Let's get a hammer in. And then the mace, and then the thing. Okay. Yeah, right. It's actually 3 necro. Could be. And who did we just... This guy is now nimble. Gotta remember this. Changes how we want to equip him. And how we want to skill him. Okay. Yeah, it did just change. All my fallen heroes disappeared. Fucking... Okay.